We are live. All right. So we are working out some technical difficulties today. We tend to get wonderful things going, like this new studio in the loft of my home in Gladden Farms, and then cameras decide to do weird stuff. So thank you for joining us. If you're new here, my name is Liz J. I am the creator of yourmarana.com, and when I'm not helping my clients buy and sell real estate here in the greater Marana area, I am scouring online and in person all the wonderful things you can do in our town, fun events, what's growing. And I am the co-host, actually. Our main host here is Jason Bubba, and I'm going to let him switch cameras.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying here. I got the iPad. I'm trying to figure out how the YouTube's working and make sure that you guys are getting the good content that we try to put out every day. So we're here at the yourmarana.com studio. If you haven't checked it out and got on the newsletter and all that stuff, check it out, yourmarana.com. We're trying to bring as much stuff to you weekly. Every Thursday, we try to get on at 10 o'clock and bring you some good news and stuff that's, happening in the community.
Yep, positive, entertaining, no politics, no religion, fun stuff for everyone. So we do have to tell YouTube this isn't for kids to allow comments in the comment section. So I can't promise that it's G or rated or whatever, but we definitely try to keep it wholesome and keep it for everyone. So now that we've introduced ourselves, I'd like to move on to what's growing in Marana. It's a super common question that I see everywhere. I say this every week, where people are like, what are they building here? What's going there? Why are they clearing the land in this spot? And so this week, I want to touch on something that most people in Gladden Farms probably have seen already. It's pretty much in its established development, which is the Monarch subdivision. So that subdivision, I've watched it myself as a resident in the area, get cleared, get a wall put up, and homes are starting to get put in there. So there are 550 plus home sites available for sale via Lennar and Richmond American Homes. So they have model homes available there that you can visit. And for those of you not familiar with this area, this is adjacent to Gladden Farms, immediately to the north of Gladden Farms off of Moore Road. Have you seen this?
I've trying to put it in my mind. So it's Gladden Farms, so it's off Moore and what?
Moore and Lawn Adams.
Moore and Lawn Adams. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where that is then. Okay. How many homes is going in there?
550.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot of homes. I'm sure they'll be building for at least a couple years, I imagine. They've already made some sales. I was speaking with a Richmond American sales rep, and 7 homes in their particular community just for Richmond have been sold already. So
now, is this the build to rent, or is this an actual build to buy subdivision?
That's a great question, and it's a build to buy subdivision.
Okay, because I know last week we were talking about the build to rent situation, and so that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I know I'm running the video here, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's going to be a large subdivision, and
it is. Yeah, no pool. So it's.
I was going to ask, any planned amenities or anything?
As far as I know, it'll be very similar to Gladden Farms in the sense that there will be green spaces and walking paths. No community pool. No amenities aside from just the green spaces and the walking paths. And I think that is very sufficient for the area, considering that the Mark is very close. So you have a wonderful community center to join there, and it also keeps your HOA fees low when there's no community pool and other amenities that have to be maintained on a higher level.
That makes sense as far as having the Mark so close. It allows you to have. We talked about. I think it was like the second show is do you have a pool in the backyard? Mm-hmm. Do you have a jungle gym for the kids? Do you have? And the other thing too is we all want the pool. We all want the jungle gym. We have a putting green in the backyard and stuff like that. But if that stuff is available through the community, that there's no absurd HOA thing for it in the community, but it's still within driving distance. It's kind of allows you to have that staycation feel.
Yeah.
And
the kids
it's all right there.
You can ride your bike there to the Mark from this community.
That's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So perfect. Yeah. So there is a ton of growth in the area that's going.
And to segue from that, I'm starting a new kind of mini segment here. So it's going to be the deal of the week. So as a real estate agent, I do like to advertise homes. Of course, I specialize in marketing, and so this particular home that I would like to talk about today is the deal of the week. It's a gorgeous 3-bed, 2-bath home with a 3-car garage. It is move-in ready. It's available now. A little over 2,000 square feet. Has 9-foot ceilings, which is amazing. 42-inch high cabinets and ceramic tile throughout your main living space with carpet in the bedrooms. You can get as low as a 3.99% APR, which is incredible. And the builder is willing to contribute up to $10,000 towards your closing costs. So if you're interested, you can give me a call or shoot me a text at the number on the screen there. More details will also be included in the description of this video.
So yeah, this is a brand new home?
This is a brand new home. So never lived in, ready to move into. So yeah.
That's cool. It still has the new home smell.
The new home smell.
And all that stuff. And then with them putting the $10,000 towards closing costs, and there's a lot of incentives. Is that normal right now? How are we in the market as far as having home builders with incentives or sellers with incentives and stuff like that?
Yeah, so the market right now is basically moving towards a buyer's market. There's a lot more inventory on the market right now. So essentially your interest rate, your standard APR, it fluctuates obviously 3 or 4 times a day, but it's around 6 depending upon your financing type. And so these builders buy down these rates. So a 3.99% is extremely competitive, and that's a 30-year fix for the life of the loan.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know you're not into the financial stuff like VIP or anything like that, but this whole thing that's real TikTok orientated is, let's do a 15-year or a 10-year, or what is your recommendation to your buyers as far as, your payments can be higher, but then you'll be able to pay it off sooner? What is that recommendation right now?
I mean, the recommendation for me, as always, is essentially you do what you're comfortable with, what is within your means. So everyone's situation is a little different. 10 and 15-year mortgages are a little more on the less common side for people. Most people go with the 30-year because most people don't live in their home for 30 years. So for it to be amortized, meaning the payments are split over those 30 years, makes the payment more palatable for most people.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely able to have a less payment, less restriction, because we have kids, we have houses, we have cars, we have things happen.
Oh yeah.
So,
absolutely.
but yeah, I saw that a big thing was like, oh yeah, let's do a 10-year mortgage. And you're like, 10 years, 300,000. That's a pretty good chunk to pull out of your check every
that's
month,
a huge payment especially on a home. This particular home that is the deal of the week is it's about $591,000. Okay. So those payments are going to be pretty high if you finance for 10 or 15 years. Yeah. But some people, they can foot that bill and they prefer to pay it off sooner. So you can always get a 30-year mortgage and pay it off. You can just make higher payments. Like if you get your tax return at a certain time of year, you may have a bonus at work, things like that. So you can always throw more money at them without a penalty.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. And you always want to be able to ask those questions, have your real estate agent be able to answer those questions and be confident in the information that you've been given. So awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Well, what do we got here? We're looking at our sheets here.
All right. So we're going to move on to our hidden gem. So you're up, my friend.
All right. So this was one of those things of, hey, let's go try something. And we went to Peachwave over in Gladden Farms. It's in the Fry's Plaza. I guess that's the anchor store, the Fry's Plaza.
Yep.
And we went in there and it was like, all right, let's try it. So Peachwave it's not a new concept, but it's a new spin on it. It was amazing. We went in. It's yogurt by the ounce.
Yeah.
So you get your yogurt, and I didn't get a picture of it, but they have a whole wall of different yogurt machines, different flavors. I had a key lime. My wife had Girl Scout cookie. My son had cake batter, whatever. But then it's all, as you see here on the screen. And then you're able to put in all these toppings. And I thought I had a picture. I didn't grab it. I had a 4-inch Oreo cookie.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
And I was like, wow, I probably could make my own like ice cream sandwich out of this thing. And I think that was probably the goal. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. And I will tell you, they kept all of the nuts completely separate off of the bar.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's no real risk. I mean, there's always a risk with contamination of some sort, but they've mitigated it by putting it's probably 3 feet away from the other topping bars.
Okay.
So that risk, other than being airborne and stuff, they've really reduced. Reduced. So
got it.
So we went in on a Wednesday, No Way Wednesday, and you get this blue cup and you fill that thing up, and you kind of just keep packing it on. I was trying to be real strategic about it and put the yogurt and the topping and a yogurt and a topping and all that, like really pack it in there, right? But the greatest thing was, as we walk in and my son's like, no way, wait, they're gonna weigh me? They're gonna weigh me for wait, how does this work? So he was actually extremely worried. He's a big boy like Bubba, and he's like, what are they gonna weigh me? Do I have to pay like how much I weigh for my ice, for my yogurt or whatever? So it was a great conversation, and the whole time he was adding a gummy bear, and I was like, remember, they're gonna weigh you. And he's like, before or after I eat it? And he made an 18-year-old boy stack of yogurt. I mean, it was impressive.
Yeah.
And so it was good. But so on Wednesday, it's a No Way Wednesday. And they're real cool about it because they're like, do it this way, fill it this way. And the gal and the gentleman that were there were just amazing. They helped the kids. They figured out how to shove more gummy worms in this one little kid's container. So they're not being chintzy on it. Like, they want you to enjoy this cup of yogurt.
Very cool.
They're huge into community support. We were kind of going through their Facebook stuff. They had the girls softball team in there. A lot of small business Saturday events are going there. So check them out. They're in that Gladden Farms, Tangerine and Lon Adams Plaza.
And they are, from what I understand, it's a national brand, but it's owned locally. It's not a franchise. It's something a little different of a business design for how it's set up. But essentially, the people that run the store are local owners. And that's the way, if you look at their website, it explains how their business model works. And I love that. I love that we are bringing in these businesses and inviting them into our communities where they are local owners. I'm huge into that. If you're joining us for the first time, that is one of my things. I toot the horn about local ownership every time I'm on this camera. So
yeah, and in my business of window tint, I got to meet the new owners of Fat Dog that's next to the Tie to Go place. Yeah. And they're getting ready to open up, and they are excited to bring this whole different idea of hot dogs. To me, you know, Southern Arizona is Sonoran dogs and whatever else stuff. But that's another thing. It's a small business. It's locally owned, and they're bringing it here. So it's good. We've got some corporate stuff like Just Breaks is moving in, the Valvoline Oil Stop, and Chipotle and stuff like that. But there's other people out there that are willing to risk. There's a big risk.
There is a big risk.
A lot of these people are getting HELOCs and all kinds of stuff to put into these businesses. So please support them.
Yes, please.
We just got notice yesterday, if you're from Arizona, Tucson, the Dairy Queen at Picacho Peak after 40 years is closing.
I saw your post for that.
So what was really bad about it is it wasn't a business decision on their part, according to the report. There was no middle ground between them and the state of Arizona, because that's all state land because it's Picacho Peak. So they do own the other Berlins next door, but for 40 years that was the place to go for Dairy Queen food, which sounds weird, but it's good. So at the end of this month is their last day in that building.
Wow. Okay.
So once again, you know, Berlin's is a big company, but it's still generational. People have been going through that building. So
that's sad.
But yeah, I was like, okay. Real quick, speaking of Sonoran dogs and Fat Dog and all that stuff, R&R Pizza.
I was gonna bring that up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am the marketing coordinator. I have you guys will find out that I market a lot of small businesses here in Marana. But R&R Pizza, they came up with a Sonoran dog pizza.
Just for Cinco de Mayo, right?
Just for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
It was such a hit. They're going to continue it until, I don't know when they're going to stop, but for a limited time, go over there any size. You can get a slice of it or you can get an extra large. Doesn't matter. Cinco de Mayo just blew the complete roof off of the Sonoran dog pizza. And it works. Okay.
What kind of sauce is it?
None.
Okay. So it's not like red pizza sauce?
No.
Okay.
So it's just
That's
the crust
good.
that somehow, the crust somehow tastes like the Sonoran dog bread, because that's what it is.
It's
is
like a Mexican style
yes,
bread.
It's really good. Well, the crust works it, and then it's pinto beans, it's hot dogs cut up real thin so they kind of curl, red onions, bacon. There's a green chili sauce or a jalapeno sauce, which I'm a big baby, and it's how this works. I don't know, but it is amazing. So until for a limited time right now. Sonoran dog pizza at R&R Pizza. It worked.
Yeah.
So
it looked good.
It is. And a lot of people are like, well, how is it? And I said, the only thing I have to say is the mustard and mayonnaise got my mustache. That was the only down thing. It had a good crust. I don't know if you ever watch Dave with the pizza review. He's always like, oh, how's the undercarriage? It actually stayed together because there wasn't a bunch of sauce. So it just worked.
Yeah.
But
it looked really good.
It was good. It was really good. We even got, because I didn't know, we even got another pizza just in case, and it became breakfast because we ate the Sonoran dog pizza. But there was like a plan B, and I don't get any special treatment for doing the marketing stuff. I should, but anyways, I am very to the point. I'll tell you how it is. If it was good, I did a video of how it tasted, but it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sonoran dog pizza. We're in Arizona, you know.
I love a good Sonoran dog. Love it.
Where's the best one you've tried though?
El Güero Canelo.
El Güero Canelo.
Yes.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yes.
That's the way.
Yeah,
so
you got to go authentic to try, especially if you've never tried. Those of you who are watching, maybe from out of state, if you've never tried a Sonoran dog, got to go to El Güero Canelo, one of your first stops when you come to Tucson.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is. So, I jumped into me again. We should really do this the story things different here. But so last week after the show, I went that evening to the corner of Orange Grove and Thornydale. They have a car show.
Yeah.
The Northwest Cruise In.
Yep. Things to do in Marana.
Things to do. This is a free show for you to come out and to enjoy, to show your car, whatever you want to do. Ironically, my wife and I started this 14 years ago.
Right.
We started with 9 guys at Dairy Queen, and then we just kind of blew up and grew up, and it's huge. We stepped away because it got big. 256 cars we had one night in a Thursday.
Yeah.
So
it became its own business, huh?
It was a full-time business trying to keep stuff, and there's no money. It's just getting people together to enjoy cars.
It's a good time.
But it's awesome that I'm going to step back into the cars in the fact that I'm looking to do kind of like a Jay Leno garage tour. So go talk to people about their cars, how they've built it, bought it. We have stories. There's so many stories behind the car.
There's a ton of
stories.
Why
why did you buy this car? Well, it was the first car that I had going into high school, or things like that. I bought my dad had a 1964 GMC Stepside. He had to sell it to pay the bill to get my brother out of the hospital when he was born. So we found one. It wasn't the exact same truck, but my son, my wife, and I drove all the way down to Green Valley in this truck, pulled in, and I told him, I said, hey, it's not the same truck. And he goes, no, but it's the memories. And we always want to do that for our parents, always have something. And so we got to do that with my dad. So there's a lot of these folks out here at the car show that are, there we go. The camera went out. It loves it. It loves to just.
We are amateurs on our way to being.
Anyways,
experts.
I'll start the video here on the preview of the Northwest Cruise In and the Bubba Garage Show.
Cruising through the classics, exotics too. Bubba's Garage, your show is coming to you. Chrome horsepower.
What was the most unique one that you saw?
There was like
When my just fall in love. I know the DJ and I love this song. Me and you and the night feel so young. Every single moment has led up to this one. Whoa, did the stars align? Whoa, maybe it's a sign. We should do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me there. And let's do tonight again.
In their mind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
they just
And
start telling stories.
it's kind of like
Mhm.
my father-in-law. We used to watch Barrett Jackson, and he would go, "Oh yeah, I had this car, but it had the this, and this," and then the commentator's like, "Oh yeah, and if you had this, and this, it was worth more." And I look at him like, "Whoa, what? What?" He's like, "Oh yeah, and then I had this," and you'll get those. You take your parents, your grandparents, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, back on Speedway, we used to race this car, or whatever."
Yeah.
And it is, but it's a free event every Thursday. Most people get there about 6 o'clock, stay
Okay.
there till dark.
Very cool.
This particular time, the wind was coming in. We had a giant haboob wall coming at us.
Oh my gosh.
We were in Popeyes, and I just looked out and I saw nothing. There was absolutely nothing, and except just this dirt wall. And I was like, well, we're gonna sit here for a moment. And then you see everyone kind of just running towards their cars, because there are some good cars, and then there are some great cars,
Okay.
and so they really are protecting their assets out there. But yeah, so it was fun. So go out there. Something to do in Marana is a car show every
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, every
So,
Thursday. That's can't beat that.
Yeah.
You reminded me. I actually visited a gentleman in Dove Mountain recently to purchase a generator for my partner, and while I was there, he has a 1972 or 71 Nova.
Oh.
He bought it new in Sierra Vista as a young man, and he's had it his whole
Ever since.
life, and it's always been in the garage. And he's thinking about selling it next year once he turns 80. So we'll have to share his information.
Wow. We'll have to go down and do a. Maybe he'll be one of the first garage interview things, because that's an amazing story, because
Yeah.
life happens.
Yeah.
You don't get to keep all your
don't.
cars all the time.
No,
So
you don't get
that's
to
a
keep
big story
lot of
right there.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I wanted to stay there and visit with
Yeah,
him longer. I still have
that
his
is
number,
cool.
so I'll share it with you. So yeah, more things to do. This really isn't Marana, but it's Mother's Day is upon us. So we were going to share some pictures at the beginning of the show. We will share them once I'm done telling you about this next event. So there is a really cool, I've never been, but there is this super cool sunflower field allegedly on the Pascua, I think it's Pasquayaki or Tohono O'odham. One of the tribes. So it's next to the San Javier Mission. There is a cooperative garden, and so they have a sunflower event every year. And I'm not sure if last year it landed around Mother's Day, but this year it does. So on Saturday, you can go out to their co-op and pay like $5 or $10. And you can pick your own sunflowers, or you can purchase a bouquet that they've made. I'm sure there's going to be photo opportunities there. So I'm actually going to head over there. I'll probably be there first thing in the morning to make sure that I can get some good pictures and kind of get my own bouquet for myself. So
That's cool. So where in Southern Arizona are you going to go pick sunflowers?
At this cooperative.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I think the only other place that I'm aware of that has sunflowers somewhat near Marana is our pumpkin patch. So in the fall, there's
They do have.
Oh, and at the Heritage Park, there's a little sunflower field there too. Yeah,
Interesting.
so during the fall, I know that there are some sunflower opportunities, but it's May, and so they have the little sunflower field there, and they said that the rains have been good to them. So there's lots of flowers to pick, and I'm excited to see what it's all about. And I'll bring the information back next Thursday and share with everyone my experience. So,
Yeah, no, that sounds really fun, and it's supposed to be a nice weekend.
Yes.
So good time to go out, get some sun without getting sunburned. Stay hydrated, and make sure you keep keep sunscreen or something. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
always
gonna
wear
happen.
sunscreen even
Yeah.
when it's overcast because the
Yeah.
sun is brutal here.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. Though.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And so moving right along, well, let's go ahead and kind of celebrate. Let's go back to our moms.
Okay.
So Mother's Day, as I said, is upon us. And so we just want to commemorate, take a moment. This is my mom. Unfortunately, we lost her in 2022. Just want to wish her a heavenly happy Mother's Day. Her name is Marge. And I'm her only child, so just wanted to share that. And then I am also a mom of Caleb. I have one child, so we're kind of like generationally like one kid people. But that's my son on his 21st birthday a couple years back. So grateful to be his mom.
Are you the fun mom?
I try to be.
I
try to be. But sometimes you gotta be the disciplined mom. He's a grown adult now, and he's single. For any of you
there you go.
ladies out there.
Yeah.
he's 23.
Yeah. Employed.
He's employed.
Yeah.
Super smart. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, then my mom, so it is hilarious. My mom, she was not the typical mom. She was a boy mom. There was 3 of us.
Okay.
We're spread very far apart between all of us, and she was out there with paintballs. We raced motocross professionally. So she was out there driving the RV, camping, all this stuff. And she was just the fun one. And where we lived, everyone was like, hey, where's your mom at? Let's go do this. And
that's awesome.
And it was cool because you could be a goofy kid and she'd have your back and be supportive, but then also have that stern, like, don't do that. So my mom, she's amazing. She raised us 3 boys. And none of us have been to jail, it's like the tally mark things. And then,
yes,
that's a big thing. And then my wife, man, she definitely puts up with a lot. This is her, 2 years ago, I bought her this slingshot. It's Cubert. And,
that's the name of the slingshot?
The slingshot is Cubert. It's got a little Cubert 3D printed thing on the side. And this was one of those epitomes of what were you thinking, because I didn't tell her about it, bought it, and then opened up the garage and she goes, what is that? And the thing was we were just supposed to be renting one that weekend, and I went and bought one. So so she has a whole lot of fun with that, but she is definitely my sidekick. Most likely she's the reason I'm going to not say hold my beer and watch this. She's going to keep me alive.
Aww.
So but so happy Mother's Day to
happy Mother's Day
my
to
mom
all the moms.
And my wife and Marge and you. Happy Mother's Day. And so but don't forget, guys, it's Mother's Day weekend. So like, it's very important.
Yes, honor those around you, sisters, aunts.
Yeah.
Just anyone who is a mother. We're all, it takes a village, really. So yes, I always I say happy Mother's Day to all the women around me, whether they have kids or not, because they leave an impression on kids regardless. So I learned that years and years ago. Just because someone doesn't have a child doesn't mean they're not a mother figure to someone.
Right. I have, in fact, I'm supposed to be paying attention to the show right now. And my aunt, my mom's little sister, she just texted me right now, and I was like, is there a problem with the show? Because she's always real, like, she'll critique it and be like, hey, you got this and stuff. So I just texted her. I was like, is there a problem? I'm in the show, so we'll see what happens. So she was definitely like my big sister. So just like you said, she has no kids, but we would go camping and go do all this stuff. And it was funny because then she'd go, all right, my mom voice came out. I was like, what does that mean? She goes, nope, you're going back to your mother. My mom voice came out. So she's one of my greatest friends. She's my aunt. But
very good. Love it. Yeah. So let's see. Good news in Marana is up next. So I was excited to learn that our very own Marana Chamber of Commerce offers an annual scholarship to folks who are looking to pursue a health education career. So it's a $1,000 per person scholarship. And this year they have $10,000 in funds.
Wow.
So they're going to be able to award 10 different people a scholarship to help pay for their health education.
Wow.
So That's a picture of last year. I guess there was a recipient last year. I'm not sure about the story of what occurred last year, but I am excited that this year there's $10,000 worth of funds.
That's amazing.
And there's no age limit for this program. So you can be, I'll use myself as an example. I had a midlife career change. And so you can be in your midlife career change, doesn't matter. As long as you're pursuing a health education career and you're in a higher education institution, you're eligible to potentially receive these funds.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So they'll be doing the awards next week. And from there, now you know that this scholarship is available right here from Marana. So you can encourage yourself or your loved ones to apply next year.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I've got my son's graduating this year, and we keep getting scholarships and grants and all this stuff.
Oh,
and it's like, okay. And then my kid goes, I'm going to take a year off. And we know how that goes. But they're out there. It's just like getting a job, or you have to put yourself out there and be like, hey, I want to go to college. I don't want to be in debt. Go get Pell Grants. Go get scholarships. And what's crazy is the people that will give you the scholarships are completely out of like thought. Like my daughter, when she went to college, she went to U of A. She got her bachelor's in public policy and management, and she just sent letters. It was just a form letter that said, hey, this is what I've done. This is what I want to do. Can you help me? And they'd be like, yeah, show up. I remember taking her one time all the way up to Pace, or was it Pace and Prescott? We go to some casino, we walk in, and they had done this huge thing to give her a $500 check. They probably spent $1,000 on the event, but they gave her a $500 check, and it was so cool, and da-da-da.
That's amazing.
And they followed her through her entire college career. So they were like, hey, how'd it go? Do you need books? So they continued to help her.
Wow.
And it was amazing. So it's just, you have to find the crowd that wants to help you, and then get the money and go to school and get a degree that's usable. Yeah. But it's there. It is definitely in medical. Oh my gosh, we gotta have the doctors and the nurses and all that stuff, because it's like any other industry. We're losing so many to age, and who's coming in? AI. I don't see AI.
I don't see that
being a doctor.
No, no.
So it's
there's
very
also
important.
non-clinical degrees like health information technology or health information management.
Okay.
HIMSS degrees. It's my understanding that those are actually, they're pretty hard to get through those programs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the technical side of healthcare and healthcare management. So there's a lot of different avenues. You don't have to be one-on-one with the patients.
Right.
You can also be
there's a lot of stuff
support
behind
staff.
the scenes. Yeah. So and usually it's, you don't even get to see the doctor for 30 seconds, and it's the nurse practitioner or the lady up front or
the
whatever,
medical assistants.
And it's like, I find them to be usually more helpful in bedside matters than the actual doctor.
Yeah, the doctors tend to have a very limited time availability because they're serving so many patients.
People.
Yes,
I know. Absolutely. I had a doctor with my son. He goes, his joke was, all right, you got 3 problems with 30 seconds and go. Yeah. Because he wanted to make sure he kept people on time.
Yes.
And we joke about it, but at the same time, that's our number one complaint all the time, the doctors. Oh, I've been in the waiting room for this long. My appointment was at this time, da-da-da. So that makes it tough. But when you have a doctor that actually cares about you, maybe they went to Marana, Yeah. So it's like, okay, good.
Yeah. And if you have a doctor that is high quality, who really cares about you, a lot of other people probably know that too. And so then their schedule stays full and they have to limit their time.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, definitely look at the Marana Chamber of Commerce. They have $1,000 and 10 recipients that they can grant for this year. So check it out.
Yeah. The application period for that has ended. So they're awarding the applicants next week, but keep that in mind for next year. Because they do it every year. They're very proud of this program and they want to continue to support us little folks right here in Marana.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we grow, we're not such a little area, but at the same time, it's good when people are helping.
It is. So, let's keep that spirit alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. All right, so we're nearing the end of our broadcast here. This time always goes by so quickly. I just want to thank anyone who has watched this recording. I see that we do have one person currently watching. Thank you so much for joining us live. You're welcome to share yourself in the comments if you like. If not, no problem. And we of course leave these on YouTube to perpetually be watched in the future, so that those of you who live in the area or who are Yeah, my philosophy as a real estate agent is a little different. So I'm not here to make people buy a home. I'm not here to make people sell their home. I'm here to educate and bring value to those of you who choose to follow and watch my content. And then, and my hope is that when you do have that need arise, you lean to me for advice and for the professional guidance that you deserve.
Yeah, the house isn't something you buy every year.
It's not.
It's not grocery shopping.
Some of us only do it once or twice in our entire lifetime. Yeah. It's a very, very emotional process. It's a huge financial decision. It's nothing to be taken lightly. And I treat it that way through every moment of a transaction and through any moment that I'm talking about it with people, because I'm not here to make a sale. I'm here to support you and to educate you so that you feel comfortable and confident in the home that you eventually choose. Whether you choose me as an agent or someone else, it doesn't matter. You choose who you're comfortable with.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it works great. And yeah, it just, it was funny though, because I was like, oh, okay. And I'm pretty fluid. I'm like, oh yeah, I do window tint, I do graphics, I fly, it's funny. In fact, I was practicing yesterday in this wind of kiting, and I'll do a whole segment on me trying to fight the wind. It's great.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Like, you've been out there doing some interesting things.
Yeah, I've got 3.5 hours of kiting with a 30-foot wide parachute. And mind you, I'm 6'3", 370. I'm a big dude, and you see this parachute inflate, and it pulls me back, and you realize the power of the wind, and it's kind of scary. And my wife was out watching yesterday, and I get out of the training, and she goes, "Was that a good training? Because you look like you were suffering." And I was like, "I don't know. It's better than going to the gym and just kind of running on an elliptical." She goes, "Yeah, you were running, But I'll put a video up, maybe on just a recorded thing. You can follow me, B Flight Adventures on YouTube as well.
Very cool.
And
that takes some bravery.
It was like, this should be fun. And then there was a reality check of, I could really get hurt. My first thing was over at Heritage Park. There's like this nice big open dirt area.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is perfect. Oh no, it became marbles, and I felt like I was like on a pirate ship.
It was like scree, like the scree.
Yeah, it just.
Oh no!
And I didn't know how to stop it because I was doing it before the instructor showed up, because I was just like excited to get in the air.
Oh.
So it's dragging or pulling me, and it scared me. But then what really scared me is I finally got the wing up in the air, and I was like, yeah. There was 2 Marana cops watching me, and I saw them. And to show, yay, congratulations, they went, whoop, whoop. And it scared me, and I forgot what I was doing, and it was hilarious. Gosh. But yeah, out of nowhere, they were just like, whoop,
Oh yeah, I would have thought I would
Right,
have
'cause I'm
been
like,
like,
oh, I'm
that's
getting in
it.
trouble.
I'm going to jail.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not vandalizing anything, but it was funny. So when I first pulled up, they were like side by side, how they look door to door.
Yeah.
And when I got done and they did the whoop whoop, they both were facing me watching.
Oh.
You know, so I was entertaining them as they were doing
That's
paperwork. So
funny.
it was funny.
Love our
yeah.
police here. Love
Yeah,
our police
so-
force.
But
They're
yeah,
great people.
Beef Flight Adventures on YouTube. I do
Beef
some,
Flight
I
Adventures
do
on
some interesting
YouTube.
things. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm excited. I always tell people to follow us on social media. We've got the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're out there. We love questions and we want content. If you're a small business owner,
Yeah.
let us come out and see you. If you're a another influencer
Yeah.
that you're dealing with nonprofits
Oh,
or
yeah.
anything like that, we
We're all
want to
about
find homes for
collaboration.
puppies and
Yes.
all that stuff. So hit us up. If you can't find how to get a hold of us, you didn't look very very hard. So
everything's
but,
going to be in the description of this video below as well, so you can check out the links and anything that interests you. Go find it down below, and you'll find the links to it and more information how to reach out to us. We're local folks, so it's easy to get in touch.
Absolutely. And once again, thank you to yourmarana.com for being the studio sponsor. And we're growing. We're trying to get things set up, and I guess Joe Rogan makes it look really easy. Just sits down, puts his headphones on, and does his thing.
It takes a lot of background
There
work
is
that you have
so
no
much
idea.
background stuff. Cameras turning off.
Oh yeah.
Computer's not working. We have 2 monitors. One of them decided that it just wants to stare at us. It won't even turn off. So technology, we're learning. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So,
Yes.
but
We're
any other
amateurs on our way to becoming
experts, right? Any final words here before we cut the stream off?
I'm good. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the women out there, whether you have a kid or not. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
all right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week at 10 a.m. on YouTube.
Yep, on YouTube.
Perfect.